vinyl community? LJ back again, second time tonight. Maybe there'll be a third. And this is a response to Mr. Fartboy79. Tony's thread. Has a record changed your life? If so, how? Debate. Okay, don't debate, just show it. I did a lot of thinking about this one, Tony and gang. And, you know, I've been watching some of the responses, and like many, you know, I want to say George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, or All Things Must Pulse, has changed my life. It hasn't. It's just a really good record. John Lennon's Imagine has changed my life. I guess, but not really. It's a really good record, a lot of good meaning. The Beatles, Let It Be. Off camera, I think the other shelf doesn't show up on camera. Dylan. Game Theory has changed my life. Scritti Politti has changed my life. Or this weird shit Fashion has changed my life, but they haven't. So where I got to is a lot of these records, I guess, have changed my life, and they've opened my mind and made me think in different ways and accept new ideas. But I wanted to start with something that, what caught me at that pivotal point where I wasn't just listening and jamming, where I was ready to accept mature change, adult change. And that takes me back to high school. I was watching some of the responses and I was loving them. Sublime Media, you know, showed one where he was making out with chicks to Nirvana's Nevermind. Yep, been there, done that. We were in high school at the same time. So through elementary school, I was kind of just, whatever, you know, not really having an opinion. I guess I would say what was on at the time in the car was the early 80s, so probably Culture Club. Didn't change my life. Middle school, I really started tuning in, getting into music, and that's right around the same time I caught on to things like Kiss and heavy metal in general. And then that's when I turned into the little headbanger. Was probably right around 5th grade, the little metalhead. All things heavy metal. And at that point, like 1985. So, I mean, it's Saxon, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden is hitting their stride, Kiss, all that stuff. And that continued all the way through middle school. It went all the way through high school, too. But it was right around, I don't know, 8th grade, freshman year, 1989, 1990. That the bad thing to be called was a poser. Right? If you were a poser, that means you didn't really like what you were advertising that you liked, right? So the Metallica shirt, right, metal up your ass, and Ride the Lightning, and you know, the Suicidal Tendencies hat. I used to have it like flipped up like this, right, and the Suicidal Tendencies patch was there, and like long blonde hair coming down. I have to find a picture and put it out here one of these days. I used to get called Sebastian or Bach a lot because I had long blonde hair, like Sebastian Bach from Skid Row, and I would put it up on the top in a top knot, like a fucking ponytail, and it would hang down. I was such a little headbanger. So long blonde hair, leather jacket, hat, and I'd like put my bangs over my eyes like this, just fucking ridiculous. So, anyways, all of a sudden in 1990, I was watching Headbangers Ball on MTV with Ricky Rackman, and Ricky shows this video called Temple of the Dog, right? And the song is Hunger Strike. And on screen walked this guy in like a plaid shirt tied around his waist with khaki shorts and a white t-shirt. Who can guess what I'm talking about? Yeah, it was Eddie Vedder. And there's this other guy, he's like playing guitar and they're going back and forth with the vocals. Sorry, Cat has to be involved in everything. And it was Chris Cornell, right, who was going to take off and form Soundgarden. And it was like, what the hell is this? This is not Headbangers Ball. But just so damn catchy. And like almost overnight from there, the album came out right around the same time as yours, Jonas, Sublime Media. That changed my life. And can anyone guess what it is? Pearl Jam's 10. So there's a cassette. There's the CD. And there's the vinyl. So Pearl Jam's 10 came out. And what Pearl Jam's 10 did, here's the vinyl. This is the new remix reissued edition. It's like that. So Pearl Jam's 10 came out, and I loved it. Even Flow. It's in the background playing right now. Actually, that's, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's the cassette playing. I hope it doesn't sound like shit. So 10 came out, Even Flow shot up the charts. Just crazy. Even Flow went nuts. In my way, in my way. It went nuts. And I loved it. And I wasn't shy about, I love it. And do you know what I got for that shit? Poser, poser, poser. And like, I wouldn't say almost overnight I like threw all my metal concert t-shirts away, but I threw on the Eddie Vedder clothes, the white t-shirt, the plaid button-down shirt tied around my waist, the long shorts, and it was almost immediately received with poser. Poser, 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 you don't like metal anymore, and just so narrow-minded, and it wasn't that. I still loved metal. I love metal to this day. Hey, come on, you guys know me. Sorry, excuse me. How much goddamn metal do I talk about? Hey, you guys know I love metal. But I loved it. It was infectious and it got into me. And there was only one other friend at the time in that little clique, circle of metalheads and headbangers, that openly liked it as well, and it was Nirvana for him. It was Pearl Jam for me. So what did I get from 10? What did I get from Pearl Jam? It was the no, without fear of recourse. I was 14 in my freshman year in high school, 1990. It must have been 1990, right? 91. That I wasn't afraid, for any reason, of what people thought about me. To say, I like Pearl Jam. Poser? Yeah, fuck you. And that felt really good. Really good. Do you know what I mean? And believe me, this was in my Discman, in my jacket. And if it wasn't in my Discman, it was in my Walkman, in my jacket. And I didn't carry a record player around with me. But, so yeah, it was Pearl Jam 10, and this is an album that, and I just know every note, every lick, every word, every song. It's absolutely amazing. I love it to death. It's one of my Desert Island records. Or if that Desert Island has a cassette deck or a CD player, I'm covered. Covered! It's just never left my presence since my freshman year in high school. It just means so much to me. I absolutely love this album and everything about it. The songs. Eddie since then's gotten a little weird, but this one will always stand the test of time for me as the one that, not I came out of my little closet of metal, but it was the one that taught me that, yeah, if you like it, go ahead and say it. Who gives a shit what anyone else thinks? And that's an attitude that's permeated my very being to this day. To this day. I'm very open to everyone's feedback about everything, and you guys know that, but I'm also to this day, I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. Do you know what I mean? If I'm doing it and it feels good and it's right and it's not hurting anyone, so what are you going to do about it? Do you know what I mean? And not in a cocky or brash way, in a very good way. And I think I have Pearl Jam to thank for it. Eddie Vedder, if you're watching, thank you. Like he is. Shit. Anyway, so Tony, very cool thread. Thanks for posting it, and I hope you're feeling better. I know when you shot that video, you were feeling like shit. So looking forward to everyone else's responses. Again, like always, I want to thank everyone that's subscribed, everyone that watches and comments. I do my best to get back to the comments as quickly as I can, and I love them, and I thank you. And still trying to catch up on videos. Man, there's just so many that come up. Shit's gotta stop. It's crazy. The tennis match between Derek and Chris, Astral Traveler. It's just like boing, 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 boing. And I get emails that are like, this has been uploaded, that's been uploaded, this has been uploaded, that's been uploaded. Oh my god, I have to catch up. But yeah, that's it. So Pearl Jam 10, if for any reason you've been under the proverbial rock and haven't heard it, please check it out. It's an absolute masterpiece. Alright, I love you guys. Thanks for the question, Tony. Catch you all soon. Ciao.